Welcome to my YouTube vlogging channel. I discover diverse topics including technology, science, current events, and daily life. Join me for the insightful discussions, educational content, and engaging adventures. Subscribe for the latest updates and let's explore together. The topic that we are going to cover today is ENSO cycle, also known as El Niño Southern Oscillation cycle. El Niño Southern Oscillation cycle, also known as ENSO cycle, is a complex climate phenomena that involves interactions between the ocean and the atmosphere in the equatorial Pacific region. It is characterized by irregular variations in sea surface temperatures, atmospheric pressure, and wind patterns. The primary phases of the ENSO cycle are El Niño, La Niña, and the neutral conditions. Here's a detailed overview of each phase. El Niño phase. During El Niño, warmer than average sea surface temperatures develop in the central and eastern equatorial Pacific Ocean. This warming disrupts normal weather patterns, leading to the shift in atmospheric circulation and rainfall distribution worldwide. So, El Niño typically brings drier than normal conditions in Southeast Asia and Australia, leading to droughts. Wetter than normal condition in the eastern equatorial Pacific, contributing to floods and heavy rainfall events. This also leads to tropical cyclones. El Niño can suppress tropical cyclone activity in the Atlantic Ocean but enhance it in the Pacific, affecting hurricane season. Agriculture and fisheries. It can also disrupt agriculture production and fishing activities due to altered precipitation patterns and oceanic conditions. Some of the historical examples of El Niño events include 1982 to 1983, 1997 to 1998, and 2015 to 2016, each impacting global warming patterns, agriculture, and economics. Now let's come to La Niña phase. La Niña is the opposite phase of El Niño, characterized by cooler than average sea surface temperatures in the central and eastern equatorial Pacific Ocean. This cooling alters atmospheric circulation differently from El Niño, impacting global weather patterns in unique ways. Now coming to the weather patterns, La Niña typically brings increased rainfall in the western Pacific and Australia, sometimes leading to flooding. It also leads to drier than normal condition in the central and eastern tropical Pacific regions. Hurricane activity. It can increase hurricane activity in the Atlantic and decrease it in the Pacific, affecting storm tracks and intensities. Agriculture and fisheries. La Niña can benefit agricultural regions with increased rainfall but may also lead to destructive flooding and cyclones. Some of the historical events that could be the example of La Niña event includes 1988 to 1989 and 2010 to 2011, which had significant impacts on the regional climate, agriculture, and the marine ecosystems. And the last one is neutral phase. Between El Niño and La Niña events, periods of near average STTs prevail in the equatorial Pacific. Atmospheric conditions return to closer to long-term norms, although some residual impacts from preceding events may linger. Conditions during natural phase or neutral phase are relatively stable compared to the extremes of El Niño and La Niña. Weather patterns during the neutral phases depends on other climate drivers and local atmospheric conditions. Neutral phases often proceeds to follow El Niño or La Niña events, marking transitions in global climate patterns. Monitoring and predictions. ENSO cycles are monitored and predicted using advanced climate models, satellite observations, and oceanic buoys. Meteorological agencies and climate scientists provide forecasts to anticipate potential impact on agriculture, water resources, ecosystem, and economies globally. Understanding the ENSO cycle and its phases is essential for mitigating risk associated with extreme weather events adapting agricultural practices, managing natural resources, and planning for resilience in affected regions.